Hey everyone, and welcome back to the next coach's commentary. We're looking at week 4 here, a matchup against Gibraltar, a really quality team, one of the top 3 teams in our conference for the 2021 season. This is the Algoma Wolves, of course, 6-2, second place in conference, and let's get into things just right away here. So with Gibraltar, they had a stud quarterback that we knew that we were going to have to do a lot of work to try and stop. So as you can see here, basics of the offense, 10 is their entire offense. He was a really good runner, threw a nice ball, had some quality receivers to throw to. They did some things offensively that are really creative and a pain in the butt to stop. Even with us playing zone coverage, where I talked about how that gives us all kinds of advantages in the past, it's still going to be a huge pain. Plus, they were really balanced, so 50% run versus 50% pass for the 2 games that we had of them. But yeah, number 10, 80 because he's gigantic. And then number 14 were the guys that we were most worried about. Number 10 ended up being the conference or the offensive player of the year in conference, just barely beating out our own Carter Zimmerman. And they had almost the exact same stats when it comes to passing and rushing. Obviously, the offenses are a bit different, but in the same way that Carter was extremely important to our offense, number 10 was extremely important to theirs. And then, as you can see here, trying to get these 2 guys stopped, where when you look at their average yards per reception, we don't want to give up big plays like that. So that was a big focus of us going into the game here. So they made formations, gun twins. Everybody runs this except us. And they would do a lot of motions and things. We had a lot of tape on them where they had a really, I think he was all state too, in 2019. He was the slot guy, and they would motion him all over the place into the backfield, across the formation, all these things. So we were kind of used to some of the things that we thought they were going to do. With that stuff, this is a big formation that they would use in 2019. They used that formation a lot, and they ran triple option almost exclusively out of their run game. So that 2019 offense was a lot more similar to like 2022's offense. And then they would go spread if they felt like they had to. So number 10, awesome athlete, multi-sport athlete, great player, really, really awesome. So he was kind of our main guy of like, this is who we're going to have to try to stop here. When it comes to the game plan, some of our basic option stuff and drilling those things there. And making sure that when a handoff is going away from you, that backside D end stays, checks QB first before trying to pursue on the play. High school, they're probably not making the play anyway, unless something crazy happens or the guy tries cutting like all the way back across the grain or something. But we want to make sure that the ball is out of 10's hands. And in order to try to stop 10 in the run, we were putting a lot of pressure on our cornerbacks. But there were 2 guys that were really great. I think they were both. I know Varden was first team all conference this year, and Grant I'm not sure about, but he was a very quality player as well if he didn't get first team all conference mention. But we were pretty much putting Varden on their big guy. He's like 6'5" or 6'6" or something like that. Varden at this time was probably like 6 foot maybe. So taller than Grant, but still not a great matchup. But Varden, very athletic guy. And then we put Grant on number 14, wherever he would go. So they would run a lot of slip screens, bubble and goes, options, speed option, triple option, all that stuff. So kind of have their basic stuff drawn up here, how we were going to go against it. Kind of like with Wasaki, we would have our safety cheating up, where if we played a lot of white this game just to keep our guys matched up. And then also so we can have this safety. This is where we're kind of weak against like speed option or like a QB blast type of thing over here. Throws to the flat. is away from the Twins. And then if we do read pass, we got to get back and try to get into the middle of the field, and maybe we can steal one with the QB not seeing us getting into that drop. When it comes to gun bone, we put in our kind of basic coverage when it comes to that, where we are giving for us we call it red, but it's to read. And then we're actually playing a lot of man principles. Actually, it's going to be ending up going to cover one, and it could even convert to just kind of black coverage. But what we were noticing is they would flare out their running backs a lot in pass plays, where their offensive linemen could hold up pretty decently. But if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a running QB, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. But what we noticed is the QB wouldn't even look at these guys who are flaring out. He wanted to throw these slants for that. So kind of what we told our safeties is you're just going to stand there. If you read pass, okay, your linemen, they pass block, they get back. We're hoping we get a good pass rush. Keeping that QB in the pocket was a huge thing that I went over with the defensive line all week. Keep that dude in the pocket. If he's going to run, he's going to step up into our linebacker, Noah, where Noah can get the tackle, or our nose tackle can get the tackle, or whatever. But these guys, they're just going to stand there and be in that throwing lane for those twos, for those slants. And if he doesn't read or see those slants open, what is he going to do? Is he actually going to panic? Is he going to look to these guys and throw it to them in the flat? Then we can come up and rally and make the tackle. That was a gamble that we were willing to take. We're not much. We're going to take away these slants. We'll see if they're willing to throw into the flat. And you can see that here. Another one of their play action passes that they really like to run. And again, they're sending guys all over the field. We did a really awesome job of covering this season. This season, 2022, not so much, where we would lose track of this guy coming through the line and then going out to the flat, but we had a lot bigger problems in 2022 here. But yeah, like when they would do these QB boots, their guards would literally jump to the outside and go ahead and take the inside route. And a lot of teams, defensive ends, not thinking why are they doing this, would go inside, and then he would get outside, and then he could throw deep, he could run, he could do all this stuff. So worked really, really hard during individual on our defensive day of these guys are literally going to jump to the outside, and you cannot go inside. Otherwise, I'm going to run out there and choke slam you, or take you out, one of the two things. And our guys did a really, really awesome job of keeping him in the pocket, because once he couldn't have that boot, he has to stop. Then all of a sudden the pass rush is getting there, and we're hoping that he's going to panic and not get everything that he wants right away. And we of course always want to beat Gibraltar, and we knew that they had quality guys, and we were really excited for this game. So the game ended up being 50-42. The score is way, way closer than what it actually was. We were just killing them, and then we took out our varsity guys, put in our rotational JV guys, and then they were throwing up bombs on them, and kind of brought the game back, along with some self-inflicted things that we did, where we just launched a snap over our QB's head to get a safety. The refs helped them out with a terrible call on a takeaway. So as we get to the end of the game here, maybe I'll get angry again, and steam will be shooting out of my ears and all this other stuff. But yeah, the score doesn't really reflect the beat down we put on these guys. So I was really, really proud in the end, even though the score didn't necessarily reflect that. So let's get into the game here. Okay, so we got the kickoff. Kicking it deep, also kicking it out of bounds. So good start. This was a play that we were. There are a couple plays we were really excited about. This is going to be a huge one, where we noticed in the scrimmage how they ran things. So we give that motion, trap backside, take it to the house, second play of the game. A huge play. One of the things in the scrimmage, they like took it to us and were working us over. So I think they were probably overconfident in terms of like, oh, Algoma sucks, we're going to kill them, all that stuff. But we did not play the defense that we were going to play against them because we knew that we were going to be facing them. And also we had like 4 out of our 8 starters on defense. They were either banged up, so we didn't really play them, or guys didn't like win a starting position, all that stuff. So we knew that we had a pretty good opportunity to make some plays, and if they weren't taking it seriously, that we could get after them. Yeah, so as you can see here, as we're kind of feeling each other out. Hey, oh, good hit by Noah there. One of the things we also changed is we were doing a lot of delayed blitzes with Noah. Okay, nice job by Dashlet keeping him in the pocket. And that's exactly what we wanted. We had everybody covered. But yeah, we were doing a lot of delayed blitzes because we noticed that, yeah, so they trick Zimmerman there on the triple option, which I was yelling about. Yeah, with these delayed blitzes from a linebacker, they would, pretty much latch on because they didn't know he was coming, and Noah was doing a great job as to, and we screwed up with our defensive end there. So I was jacking up Malone, and you'll also see that he's out of the game for not doing his job. I get a good stop on that 2-point conversion. So we have 2 scores, first possessions here. And we got Grant returning it, getting some good yards. And here we're going to have another big play. Motion, one-on-one. Varden makes an awesome cut, scoring the touchdown. I'm yelling at him from the sidelines, turn on the Jets, let's go, get a score. Playmakers making plays. Awesome job. So, first series, 2 plays, score. Second series, 1 play, score. And then, spoiler alert, on our third series, we're going to drive like 15 plays and score. So, really good way to start the game. Yeah, so they get decent yards on the return here. And here's their, they changed their formation a little bit where they just brought in number 80 as a tight end, trying to get after us a little bit, but we have pretty common adjustments. So we've seen stuff like that before. Big sack. Dashlet gets pressure. CA comes in from the other side, gets the sack. Okay. They get about half of it back, and we're feeling pretty good. We make them punt. They get them to a 4th and long. Our offensive line had a really great game. And of course, we have Mason Malone. He's getting after number 80, handled him really well. You had Carter Dashlet, who was first team all-conference, all-region. Awesome player for us. He's a 3-year starter. You had big man at center, Austin Hagley, doing a nice job. You had C.A. Ritchie, second team all-conference this season. Really aggressive. Like to get after people. Kind of like a throwback offensive lineman. Just rough and tumble. I'm going to get after you every single play. A nice jet sweep here. Good. Nice cut. Dragging guys a little bit. Getting some decent yards. Get to 3rd and manageable. Strength of the offensive line here. Just moving guys. They're kind of going between a 3-man front, 4-man front. Leighton Hagley making some plays. Okay, there's our G. If they're those linebackers looking in the backfield, that play's really gonna short out their brains. Yeah, we're just grinding these guys down. Algoma football. Even they're getting some guys off of blocks, but we're 4 yards downfield. We've got a trap here. Yeah, Leighton just making little shifts, little jukes, making good yards. Running that G play again. Linebacker's going for the wrong guy. Just pounding the rock. It was like 15 plays or 17 plays total. Just getting after it. Missed the middle linebacker there, which isn't ideal. A good cut there. Okay, they jumped, so that's nice. Yeah, look at, oh man, wide hole. Drive a little car through that thing. Awesome job. We got 3 scores. Again, nice hole. Taking it to him. Yeah, that squib kick, keep it away from anybody athletic looking. And then Coach V's all jacked up. I'm all jacked up. The players are all excited. We get the ball back. I think they do stop us here, though. I think that's supposed to be lead pass, but that was a great catch by Grant. But we kind of had 2 guys in the same area. Oh, maybe we do score here. I don't remember. Okay, going trips. Looks like we're pulling. Yep, there it is. Trap. Boom. Easy score. Nobody even around. Get everybody blocked up. Heck of a job. Yeah, so it's like 20. Oh, what a play. Fits it between like 3 guys. Yeah, all of a sudden we're up like 30-6 or whatever it is. Yeah, dumb penalty there. Tackling the guy. They run G of their own. Get a big play and score. Number 10 is dangerous. A delayed blitz here. Noah knocks the ball out of his hands. Okay. We are able to latch back on. 80 kind of with the drop, and then when Varden hits him, so we get lucky that they didn't make that 2-point conversion. But a really hectic play, but yeah, 10 can just extend the play, kick it out of bounds for us again. Thank you. And then we're back to work. Yeah, so we're up 2 scores at this point. Just trying to grind these guys still, getting some good yardage. Probably getting 7 yards a pop. Actually, probably a little bit more with that first play, since it was like 70 yards to the house or whatever it was. And just penalty after penalty. And that play, they call an interception. I definitely disagreed at the time period. And delayed blitz there. Noah gets his hand on the ball again. And get them to a 2nd and long, double sticks. And they're running G again. And Noah does a nice job of reading that play and getting off the block by the guard. Okay, a pass play, get pressure. QB's running around. Just barely overthrows. They send pressure again, staying after him. He actually steps out of bounds. So everybody's excited on the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. Our ball. Get the ball back. And we're going back to a trap here. Out of that trips formation. And a running G. Getting some good yards. Just put the game on the O-line's back. Trap it again. Like to see Carter Dashlet come down the line more, because then that DN won't be able to get inside that block again. Then it gets him that time. And he get good yards again. I always tell V, like, let's just have a game where we never throw it. I mean, look at this. Got guys blocking downfield. Varden, wide receiver, blocking 20 yards downfield for his teammate. Guys making plays. And whoop. Another touchdown. Yeah, so offense, rocking and rolling. Defense, playing well enough. Yeah, so we're so like 36-14 or something like that now. And they're going spread, running some deep routes. QB just trying to run. This is before the half, so we're playing off a bit, as you can see. We're giving cushions of like 12 yards. Yeah, this is right before the half. They'd run a trick play. I think they called timeout to kind of talk about it, and I was just like, they're going to do something like really wacky, just make sure we're staying back, and they definitely did that and get the stop. And they get the ball back. Don't want to run that. I think they score like right off the bat here. Or maybe after a play or two. Yeah, set a blitz. Don't get the tackle. But we got guys rallying. Yeah, so here the QB's keeping it. Nice job. Team defense right there. Get him to a 4th down. Dash keeps him in the pocket. QB scrambling around. Doesn't know what to do. Fumbles it out of bounds. We get the stop. Must be their second series that they score pretty fast on us. Yeah, a lot of guys doing their 1/8. Cutting it all the way back. He got some motion. I think we false start before the bad snap. So we get to a 3rd and long. I don't think we got anybody open. So yeah, we get killed. And this is before QBs can just throw the ball away. It would be intentional grounding, which is like a really stupid rule in good coverage there. But yeah, the 2022 is his first year that if QB's outside of the pocket, he can throw the ball away without getting intentional grounding. Like, they just wanted your QB to like get murdered all the time. Like, it was really stupid. Going downtown. Hit this deep over on us. It was a play that they ran like once or twice when we were looking at their when we were scouting them, and it wasn't something that I thought would hurt us all that much, so I didn't talk about it in the lead up. Nice play there by Noah. and they just started running it against us all the time this game, especially against our JVs. And it helped them get back into the game. If your DBs aren't communicating very well, that play's really tough to stop because, we'd be playing like that pink coverage on them, but if we're not communicating, hey, there's a guy doing a deep over all the way across the field, it's going to be you chasing down this guy across the field, and nobody's going to be there to help. Big shot there. I think caused a fumble. That was Varden lighting up their QB. Yeah, so we get the ball back. Little like weird onside thing. Didn't kick it hard enough, just barely. And then we're back to our G. Boom, let's go. We got a lead to Noah. See him run a little bit harder there. Those guys are starting to get into your legs and stuff. Faking that jet. Running lead. Trying to get a linebacker to bump out with him. Make some space for us. Leighton Hagley getting a block on a guy. There we go. Yeah, just pounding the rock. Let the O-line take over. We had a jeez. Little issue where we had two guys at the point of attack unblocked, which is not ideal. He's still getting some decent yards. CA buried a guy. But I think, he hit his head and the refs made him come out. Afraid he got a concussion, so in goes Cade Preston. Cade Preston at guard. He was, usually just playing nose. That's all he had to worry about. Again, he was a new player, didn't play football, didn't even really watch football, but he's a big boy, so he's able to get some movement on guys. His teammates helping him out, telling him who to block and stuff sometimes, and we can still run to his side, still making yards. And we got a lot of beef out there. So we're just doing our wedge plays, get another touchdown. Just barely get in, nice. And yeah, I think it's like 42 to 21 or 24 or something like that. We almost get the ball back again. Yeah, we started to sprinkle in some of our backup guys. And then Leighton Hagley with the pick to Reed. QB thought he had a guy coming across the field. Our safety and zone coverage there. Huge play. I was super proud of Leighton. Remember, this is his fourth game ever of playing safety, and had some growing pains, which is natural and expected. And then, boom, he makes a huge play. Malone came out of the game. We had to put Noah at our blocking tight end. Getting banged up a little bit, but still moving the ball. Still getting after it. Yeah, got a backup guard in, backup blocking tight end. As you can see, we got some rotational guys in at the Wide receiver positions. We got Carson Lishka out there. Did some great things for us on defense at the end of the year. Touchdown by Varden. Carson also was a good player for us his senior year, this 2022 season. Made some big plays from the wide receiver position, a couple of big touchdowns. Was one of our starting corners. He had a great pass defense. And yeah, we got, it's like 50 to 24 or something like that. Yeah, so more rotational guys in. They get a big play on us. Really poor tackling. And getting after it. I think they had a holding call on us. Throws it up there, but it was definitely holding. So score doesn't count. But I think they run the exact same play here. Yep, the exact same play. Having bad communication, that's not supposed to happen. We let 10 loose. They're hitting a wheel route. Cornerback is lost. They hit a big touchdown on us. I think we definitely jumped off sides there. Running back this way. Should have had him. Nobody can tackle him. And then we got guys making more mistakes, which, do they have offsides there or something? What the heck happened? I don't remember. I don't remember what happened. And then we got some other kind of penalty. And I think this is when the dumb stuff starts. There's we get some of our, we put the JVs in, launch the ball over our QB's head, get a safety. Then we got a punt. I think they score pretty quickly here. But again, we're up by a bunch of scores. They're just throwing bombs on our young guys. Yeah, so they got a post and a wheel route coming across the field. Jeez. That's just really bad. Bad communication with that guy coming all the way across the field. Nobody's there. Don't have a guy for option. Wish I could skip the rest of this game here. But yeah, those last like 6 minutes or 7 minutes, like on the clock, were absolutely horrible. But still got the win. It just score didn't really reflect the beating that we put down. It's okay. Yeah, we put our older guys back out there, but we're getting penalties. Going with trips, running clock. We got a guard pulling here. Ran a G. Got a couple yards. We get to a 3rd and like 15. Jump again? Yeah, of course. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, with our issues on defense and everything, the stat girls told me later on there was a point where I think it was when we gave up that it was one of the deep touchdowns where I was like walking down the sideline. I was really mad, and I like kind of breathed out of my nose, like, and they said that looked like steam shot out of my nose because it's cooler and stuff like that. But also, I was pretty upset. Yeah, so gonna be throwing more bombs on our young guys. Almost get that knockdown. A deep cross on us. And we went to a 2-2. We had some our DN goes inside. Just like they try to throw that deep over. Carter gets a stop on it, but again, that's not his play to make. Should be a safety on that side of the field that's coming over for that. Running this same play again. Can't make the play. It's just like there was a play that was missed in the film here because something that kind of kick-started them also with awesome play by Carter there, getting the stop on that end zone throw. There was a play where or maybe they stopped the film beforehand, but almost got the pick, but I think they run the exact same play here and actually score on it. Yeah. But the play was like definitely over. They like had us stood up and everything, and then picked to seal the game by Varden there. But the Carter was like definitely stopped, and then they like took the ball from him. Like, we're all thinking like play's over. He hasn't moved at all. It's just like a big pile up. And then they took the ball from him and then like went and scored, and then they counted it as a touchdown. Like absolutely ridiculous play call or call by the refs. It was absolutely insane. But yeah, so they make that roaring comeback, make the game look a lot closer than what it actually was. But the main thing is getting another W in that win column. So yeah, really good game. The everything was awesome except for those last like 7 minutes on the play clock. Really proud of guys and how they played and adjusted and stuff. And yeah, so at this point we were 3-1. We're trying to get better and better every single week. Trying to get prepared for Lena, where Lena was killing everybody every single week. And we wanted to peak when we got to them, but unfortunately, when we get to that Lena game, it's not going to end out the way that we want, where they definitely work us over. We had tons of mistakes, all this stuff. So big game that we floundered in, but like I said, overall, still doing a lot of great things here. So I'll leave things for today, and we'll catch you on the next one.